So awesome. I'm so excited. I have the privilege of speaking to this amazing entrepreneur, Jay, who is living, where are you, Jay? You're living in, is it Rome?
Rome, yes.
Yay. So I'm interviewing Jay today to really hear about her story about how she's crafted a life that is breaking some of the past stories and paradigms around money for her. So Jay's past story is she grew up feeling, money was quite a controlling and dominating experience in her upbringing. And she has now completely taken on this new business. She is tackling investing as well and traveling to far reaches of the globe, living in Rome and running her business. So I wanted to have a talk to Jay and really hear about her experience, what she's had to overcome, and also, some of the, I guess, things that she would love to share with any other woman who's thinking about trying something a bit different. So welcome, Jay.
Thank you.
I'd love you to share a bit about where you were before you decided to take on investing as a business. So share a bit more about where were you and what were you thinking about your life? What were you struggling with?
Before I was exposed to just investing, I had just came out of previously working in healthcare and I had just started my entrepreneurial journey with another business. And I really just noticed how powerful it is to, as a young woman, learn how to generate and create multiple income streams. And so I was very open to seeing the power of just how the compound effect could start working within my life. And that's when I just originally was very excited to start learning, although I was nervous, a little bit overwhelmed at first. It's been a beautiful journey seeing how much representation there was within like AP and Freedom from Co. So that was very inspiring for me to get out of my comfort zone.
Oh, I just love when I first experienced I guess that's like automated platform that made investing sound like something that was very, very easy. For me, something that can automate, a bot that can do things for you. I mean, I use bots and things in my business all the time. So when I saw that we could potentially use a bot to help trade for us, I was like, oh my gosh, this sounds amazing, because we're also busy. Building a business takes a lot of time, doesn't it? So having that freedom not to have to do the actual work yourself and just, get into this, and especially being a woman, having the ability to say that you're an investor and you're trading is quite a significant thing. You're probably in the 5%
very
of
powerful
women
definitely.
at the moment. Yeah, for sure. The thing I love about, speaking to you and speaking to the other women in this investor series is there's quite a powerful group of women here. Like, we're all up to something. And I'm quite amazed that there's a big portion of the group that are very young, in your 20s, and you have, taken on this idea of getting out of the 9 to 5 and just really crafting your own business using this model that will allow you to exactly what you're doing, like travel the world, launch your business on social media, share your photos, share your experience with others. Like, it just sounds like something that most people would have on a vision board. So I love that. I've got mine behind me. I've got pictures of, beautiful beaches and things. I'm pretty lucky. I live on the Gold Coast, so I have amazing beaches here, but it is definitely something, I love traveling, and it is something for me too that's really high up on that sort of personal growth, that wealth, like wealth can be money, wealth can be the freedom,
Yeah.
wealth can be the opportunities to connect with other people. So yeah, and I guess the travel, like traveling and working and having that flexibility is so, so amazing. Just think how much you'd have to earn in a 9 to 5 to just even be able to take time off to go and travel. So, so cool. So I'd love to hear a bit more about your trading journey. So you've been trading and using this automated system for what, over six months or so. And tell us a bit more about your experience. Like, share a bit for the women out there who are thinking potentially about trying something new with their money.
So definitely, I think it's powerful how you're able to leverage getting started using demo accounts and then eventually tapping into going live. I think that really took away a lot of the anxiety I had about just, learning things, because I never learned about finances really from my family. And so, it's very resourceful. And I think that nowadays, in this new 2022 year, it's really powerful to open yourself up to learning about how you can leverage automation to start generating additional income. And I think that's a gift that we have that so many people can totally just utilize more and more. But yeah, so I'm a very, very new investor, very new, but I think that through this experience, it's really powerful just getting out of my comfort zone and seeing what's out there. And there's a lot of different resources that we do have within our wealth management platform. So it's very, what's the word? It's very, I'm trying to say,
like personal. Like it develops you, doesn't it? It's like
for every kind of personality. Yes, it's resourceful for every kind of personality, because some people may be more hands-on, some people like not have as much time within their days, but there's still software and tools for everyone who, just like, either wants to spend a lot of time or doesn't. That's the cool thing about automation, because it's very resourceful, multiple kinds of personalities and lifestyles.
Well, look, I have been in accounting, and I've been a chartered accountant for many years, and I can tell you that I have audited shares of companies, and honestly, it's been something that's been really interesting to me. It's like this idea that you can put your money and have it earn more than just putting it in a bank account. And so businesses have been doing this all the time with high interest deposits and then putting their money in shares. And it's so, so smart. Hi, Jasmine. Awesome. So I just think it's incredible that all of us now have, no longer is it reserved for the really rich who have, the investment banks or their own traders like investing their money for them, because it is a very, very difficult industry to get into. You can just imagine, I'm sure you've watched the Wolf of Wall Street movie, where it's just crazy on the floor and everyone's like buying and selling and watching the market, and there's a whole lot of information you need to know. I've always thought, even as an accountant, how much you would really need to know to put money into shares of a company. So that's so complicated. When I started thinking about investing and I met some of these amazing women, I realized that the foreign exchange market is so much easier to, utilize a system that could actually just trade on the movements in currencies. Like, you don't have to then worry about random companies or risks around not knowing what a company is doing. you're literally trading on the currency exchange. And it's pretty incredible. Like when I have a look at what these systems can do, it's amazing how they just read the market, they're testing the market, and they trading for you. And then you wake up the next day and you can see what your account has been doing. So it's so amazing to me. And what I love too is that there's something for everyone, I think, too. Like Jay, you were talking about, you've got a bit of interest in trading in crypto. And maybe manual trading is not for you right now, but there is the opportunity for people who want to trade manually and actually learn the markets to go into these trade rooms and learn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Diversifying dreams.
There's so many opportunities. Yeah. And I just love the fact that there's an amazing group who are learning and growing and inspiring each other to grow their businesses. So Jay, you're one of the, really motivated entrepreneurs who is like boosting her business over the next 90 days. You're in social media, you're across platforms, you are going for gold. So share with us a bit more about what that looks like for you building your business by sharing, how others can build wealth. What does that look like?
So definitely, I think what really is powerful is just gifting value and also making sure that you're connecting and building genuine connections. I've met so many beautiful souls from online, and it has just been really rewarding through the process. Definitely, I didn't start tapping into utilizing multiple platforms until recently. But I definitely think it's cool to, as you're growing a business, diversify like how you are showing up online and building your brand. There's a lot of different routes that someone can take. And it's been really, really on like social media and how to continue getting my foot in the door in different ways. So yes.
I think it's amazing. From my experience, building a business on the social media can be quite scary. And especially if you're a coach and you're starting and you're very unique, and you're trying to craft something different. But there's definitely something that I see in this team. Everyone is very much supportive of each other. We're sharing ways of being better on social media. We're inspiring each other to show up. We're tracking, what we're doing and how we're building our business, and we're celebrating our wins. So it's like you're building your business, but you're being supported by this amazing sisterhood. I think it's incredible, especially for new entrepreneurs, to have this like real amazing supportive safety net for you, so you can learn everything about business, learn everything about social media, and apply it to the business model. And also then you're going on a journey to learn financial knowledge, build your financial IQ, get your confidence in talking about trading, talking about a topic that is usually reserved for either the accountant or the older male generation. So I think it's amazing. I love seeing women empowered to do something with their money. The other thing I want to touch on, Jay, is when you take control of your money and you start treating it in a different way, then new opportunities show up, right? So tell me about your travel and how you've been able to travel and build this business. Like, how has that happened? What is your story? I'd love to know.
So first, I wanted to tap on the support. I think definitely surrounding myself with the right people has just shifted everything within my entrepreneurial journey and mindset and all of that. Like, I'm so grateful for the women I know who have been great role models. So for me, I think that through traveling, I just am one of those people who always knew that I didn't want to be tied down to like the 9 to 5 workplace.
Yes.
And it has been a difficult journey getting to where I need to be, but I really am inspired by travel, because through travel, like, we learn so much about ourselves. And like when you're building a business, there's a lot of like rocky moments and a lot of struggles that come up. And I've, like I said, a few setbacks within my brand, but I think that it's just a great way to be creative, to learn so much about yourself as an individual, but also like how you work as a business owner. And it's something that keeps me motivated to make sure that I am putting in the work. Because when traveling, you have to just adapt to some.
You have to, I guess, really just be in that momentum of like, I'm doing this, it's now or never kind of energy. And I think that's very attractive energy. I love talking about the energy of money. And when you're up to something and you've got a bigger mission and you show up, no matter what, in this fullness, people can't help but want to know, what are you up to? So I really do think that you're doing amazing things. You're definitely not hiding. You're definitely not, stuck in a box, stuck in a 9 to 5. You've like broken free, changing the world, changing how people view a business, how people view money, how people view the stock. When I say stocks, I mean investing, like investing in currencies. Even now, crypto will, be able to have the ability to try different ways of investing in different markets. So it's really, really going to just grow and evolve. And I
believe so too.
Yeah, I think it's so powerful. So I am so thrilled that you have, taken this on and really followed your heart. And I love the fact that you are traveling and so committed to this business that it's insane.
Yes, I just knew that I wanted more from life, and I think that when you're able to find something that just is in complete alignment with like your work ethic and just who you are as a person, it's really powerful and so rewarding. Like, nothing is better than creating a lifestyle of freedom. And I'm not where I'd like to be currently, like fully, but I'm still in those building blocks. And through this journey, like it's just really, really bittersweet, but entrepreneurship is so worth it. It's so worth it. So
yeah, exactly. Look, man, you could be building something with products that hardly anyone wants to use. Like, who doesn't want to earn money, and who doesn't want to use excess money in a better way rather than the bank's earning interest off your money? So I think definitely it's something that is useful for everyone. And I think, good on you for starting to really lead from the front and inspire other women to start thinking about money, start like inquiring about what it is you do. And, this business is pretty powerful. Like, there's so many choices, but there's also extra income streams, right? So you don't just have to worry about having active income. You can also then build the multiple layers of income. So you've got your active income, like going out and either manually trading or, like spending your time for money, doing the social media and doing all that stuff to share the message. And then you've got like the passive income, which is pretty cool. When you're starting to use an automated system that does it for you while you're sleeping. Like, the markets don't agree with this side of the world. I'm in Australia. When the markets are open, we're asleep, it doesn't work for me. So, and I've got, you know, my business as well. I'm growing my business. So it's so amazing to have a system that you can go, this is my rules. This is what I'm comfortable with. This is how much I want to invest. And I'll watch it every day to kind of see what's happening. But literally, it's been programmed to know when to come in, when to go out, how much, you know, you've set as how much your stop loss is, and when you want to take profit and things. Like, there's a few things that you do need to program, but literally it's so exciting when you open your computer and you start seeing like, oh my God, like I made money when I was sleeping last night. It's so good. And like you said, when we started, this whole idea of compounding. So naturally, when you're investing, you've put money in and it's working for itself, you're earning profits, then you get into the habit of leaving a lot of that in there and letting it grow and investing more and more. And you might take it for yourself, but most of the time it's like money there that you're happy to play with and you'll leave there, and it's just kind of like growing this nest egg for you. So that's another way of, you know, using that compounding effect that most people don't tap into, because they're just literally living day to day and don't even know how to earn more income. So you literally have the potential to create anything you want. And I think it's incredible. So I hope you inspire, and you are. You are already inspiring lots of women to start thinking about this. And I can't wait to share your story. I can't wait to see your growth. You've literally only just started, like 6 months is like just the beginning, just the beginning.
And that's the key to building wealth. Yes, the key to building wealth is at least just starting, and that's what I had to talk myself into. I'm like, you know what? I got started because I loved seeing the women in our community just living and thriving and learning, and you know, everyone starts somewhere, and that was just really impactful to me because as someone who didn't really know anything about finances, so I was like, okay, there's women who are still doing it, and I know that I can too. So
and the thing I want to say about this too is I find all the women are so authentic. They are really supportive, authentic, and this is just such a nice community here. So it is something that I cherish too, because I have been in other networks and been in other communities, and I don't see any of the negative traits or that sort of competition, which starts getting really toxic. I think is very empowering, very supportive. It's a beautiful community, and I so look forward to seeing it grow too. So thank you, Jay. Thanks for being on this podcast on Her Money Vibe. And I'm sure we'll be sharing your story out to many women to inspire them in realizing that they can do it too. Like, you don't have to be a financial genius. You don't have to have worked in, you know, the financial field to do this. And you certainly don't have to be a computer geek to know how to use AI software. They've all done it for us.
That's true.
So we just do what we do best, right? As women, is share, connect, you know, love what we do, have our families, build our businesses around us, and just do it in the feminine way. So I'm so excited. So thank you so much for jumping on, and I look forward to chatting to you again in a few months, and we'll see where everything is heading from there. Thanks, Jay. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. Bye.
Everyone.